Welcome back, everybody. In this episode we're gonna cry a little bit because we're in Regency and our heir is not very good and he has an average claim, which is not very good. Now I am tempted to vassalize Georgia. Which I can't do, because he's not co-belligerent. Let's just get him out then. Get out, son. Yeah, so I suppose we're going to sort of 100% the Ottomans here. Like, it looks like we can get on either side, as long as Muscovy's enthusiasm stays high. I'm sure he'll siege all of this up. And yeah, I think 100%ing him is kind of the way to go to really take him for everything that he's worth. Because he is one of the stronger nations right now in the whole world. Might as well hurt him hard. But also because we can't be declaring any other war anytime soon. This war has costed us almost 20,000 manpower yet. Now, if we do remain Catholic, I'm pretty sure at the point that we pass this final reform and actually join, unite the Empire, I'm pretty sure the Pope he's actually eradicated at that point, which makes the papacy useless. Which makes being Catholic pretty useless, but oh well. I can't believe the heretics are worth everything else. They're worth the free cities, the electors, the number of cities in the Empire, and the fact that we're at peace. Speaking of which, it looks like we could make a free city, I think. I'm not sure who though. Maybe Austria? Nope. Wait, what? I didn't think that this happened. Okay, well I haven't actually played on this patch, so there you go. Apparently the League Wars still happen despite me passing this. Well, this just got interesting. So the downside to this is probably that the Poles, well maybe not the Poles, but definitely Spain, our enemies, Spain, Lithuania, and the Ottomans, if the truce is up, they're all going to join the Protestant League, or at least they are most likely to, because they hate us, who of course leads the Catholic League. Well, you know what, guys? This is not the worst thing in the world, because if we win, then we can start enforcing religious unity and therefore having people pass these much more easily. And of course gain imperial authority at a much faster rate. I'm really shocked that this happened because I genuinely thought that it did not happen once there was internal peace within the Empire, but that just goes to show how our new biome, I suppose. Okay, so Poland's on our side, which is pretty cool, because he's certainly not a pushover. He's obviously not as strong as he could be, but... Okay. The Ottomans are at peace with the Spanish, and that means, therefore, there's a lot of land that we could take from him. We should have most influence over Ragusa now, after taking these two provinces. I don't want to go under 50%. I mean, we're going to be in Regency for another 11 years. I can't deal with a civil war right now. Oh man, this is rough, man. So now we can go siege these forts up, which is really nice. Give us some more war score on our side. As long as our allies don't join the Protestant League, then of course they're going to be on our side because they are our allies. At least in a defensive war, but we might find ourselves declaring an offensive war. I'm not sure. I'm trying to look for which nation would be interested in becoming a free city, because I think we have one free city option available. Maybe this dude would be. If we had the relations. Okay, so military access over here. That means we have one free Diplo slot as things stand. This is making me nervous. Let's fish for a unrest advisor. So that's one vassal we could make. Integrating Cornwall is going to take no time at all. That's two vassals we could make. So we might be one over our Diplo relations slots. And I could break our alliance, I suppose, with one of the electors. At the moment we just have Corsica and Cologne. Don't know how to say their name. I could break relations with one of them. We are being voted for quite nicely at the moment. It might be worth improving relations with electors though. Of course, this Prussia being on the opposing side is pretty scary, because he's got Prussian ideas. Opposing side of the League War, I mean. Ah, Naples joined the Catholic League, which I'm surprised about because we just wrecked him. I thought he would be pretty mad at me. Apparently he's negative. He's almost negative 100 relations, but he's friendly with us. That's a little bit strange, but there you go. Ah, so releasing the Mamelukes would be good. How much core do they have? They have a lot of core. Okay, releasing the Mamelukes would be even smarter. Let's do that. They're probably the largest single nation inside the Ottoman Empire right now. I'm definitely going to do that as a vassal. We're not going to be able to add them to the empire though, unless we kind of have a stepping stone. How could I add them to the empire? Okay, I know what we need to do. We need to take Crete from this war and a province here. We need to release the Mamluks from one of these provinces. This is going to be a stupidly long war. Muscovy is winning though, attacking even into mountains. I think the Ottomans are just getting slaughtered. Yep. They've only got 33,000 manpower. We almost have our ultimate goal, our ultimate idea, which is, well, the last idea, which is 3 discipline. Not too bad. Ooh, Sicilian separatists. Cool. I'd like to see Spain lose land. No, we shall not peace you yet, Ottomans. We want at least 2 vassals, and I think Byzantium and the Mamelukes would be the strongest vassals we could release. I wonder, does Byzantium still have core here? No, damn it. Not on the capital, Constantinople, but oh well. Damn it, doesn't look like I'm going to be able to siege Moria because of his navy. I'm going to try sneak onto this province. Corfu. So it's going to take a really long time before we can actually siege some of this land up. Muscovy's taken 2 forts, he's working on the 3rd and 4th. And there are 4 more forts down the coast of the Holy Land. That's strange how he did not reinforce that army that was losing. These silly AI. Ah, France got on there. Good job, France. That's great. It's going to allow us to take these 2. We will be able to take Moria once this province is sieged. My forces might be trapped here in Corfu, but it's not the end of the world. Maybe it's a bit soon. Releasing the Mamelukes is ideal. It's ideal. I think, like I said, they're the largest nation inside the Ottoman Empire. But it's looking pretty unfeasible to do it right now. We can't get across the shore. Not really. I could probably walk around, although gaining access from Lithuania is hard. We could probably get around one way or another, like up through here. But It's going to take a really, really, really long time, and more war exhaustion, etc. I mean, I don't see the harm in just doing it at a later date. He does lose cores, but it doesn't look like he loses cores for a long time yet, like hundreds of years, so we're safe in that regard. For now, I think maybe... I wonder who has more development out of Serbia and Bulgaria, and I think actually Serbia does. He has this core as well. Well, they both have that core actually. It's pretty even. Pretty even between the two. Okay, you know what? We're going to release Serbia, Bulgaria, and Byzantium. And will be one of our Diplo slot. That will mean in our next war against the Ottomans, we can take, well, almost literally the entire Balkan region as... Ah, this isn't too bad. One stability there. What is our mission? Conquer Poland, yeah. Well, I planned on doing that, but the Regency sort of setting that back. In fact, we're going to lose our claims on Poland, and with the League War as well. Let's just cancel that mission. Yeah, I was saying that we will probably find that our next war against the Ottomans, if we are able to 100% them, we could take almost the entire Balkan region and feed it to our vassals. We're going to be one over our Diplo slot, but that's not the end of the world. Once we integrate the knights, I think we're okay in that regard. Okay, so probably the lowest development regions we want to take, because I am going to core them up in order to add them into the empire. So looks like this is 5 development, and that's 5 development. That's easy. What about Byzantium? That's 6 development, and we can add that to the empire. Okay, so these are 3 that I want. Now the question is, this has double coring cost. We could probably feed, I imagine Bulgaria will make claim on them. Well, we can actually claim them ourselves and feed them to Bulgaria. That way it will cost Diplo instead. Maybe just humiliating him. That might give us over 50 power projection. What is the best way to hurt him? I could... We could take more land which we just simply don't core in order to release to our vassal. Yeah. I think that's a good idea. That will reduce the amount of war score cost for the sort of reconquest if you guys are following. I'm not concerned about aggressive expansion, so let's do that. It feels a little bit lackluster, but it's going to really set us up to cripple them in our wars to come. I hope I'm not making some kind of error. What if that was his capital? That's 8 development. Okay, that is the best decision. It's the cheapest province. Alright. Let's do it. Suck it, Ottomans. And strangely enough, they rejected. I'll just issue the same peace deal next month. Oopsie daisies, I should have wiped these to Jazz. That would have given us more war score. Oh well. This is really tricky because I'm not sure that their capital will be inside the Empire. That might have been a mistake. I have to... That basically costed us a little bit of admin. That's not the end of the world though. It's no big deal. That's all good. Okay, that was pretty cool. If only we weren't in Regency, I would have already been fighting and taken Burgundy over in that war, and we could potentially, depending on our aggressive expansion, we could move on to something else. But unfortunately, we are in Regency, and I hate Regency. I flippin' hate Regency. It ruins games. We just had 2 Regencies in a row, and it's killing me. I'm so gutted. So what can I do? It's 11 years. What can we do in the next 11 years? We can integrate Cornwall. And like that's it, I guess. Russia has formed. Very cool. I want to add another free city to the empire, but seems hard. So Genoa took a few provinces out here, took 2, which is cool. Any expansion that members of the empire can make is something to keep our eye on, like perhaps Prussia will expand in the future. Okay, look. Who the hell can we make a free city? Hanover on the map. Cool. Bremen is free city. Pomerania doesn't want it. Mecklenburg. Australia is a free city. This is pretty rough, guys. I know it doesn't want it. They're all negative 50, but like I just can't. It's negative 50 because of their monarchy. So pretty much this is the closest we have gotten. We could improve relations by giving him money. Our reputation affects it. Okay. We could claim guarantee. Which we can just cancel, of course. Oh, he's so close. Okay, transfer trade power, we can cancel that as well. Okay, hopefully we've got him. Start integrating Cornwall, except we can't, we don't have the coring range. What? Ah, I hate this game. We totally have the coring range through France. Stupid game. Learn how to play a game. We can totally core through France. Because we don't have the coring range. France that is close enough to core. God dang you. That's frustrating. Oh, come on! What else can I do? We could just ally him and break the alliance, I suppose. Killing the rebels will not do anything, if any of you are suggesting that. It won't do anything. We would have to wait for the rebels to siege it, then unsiege a province. But because he's a... Wait. What? What? I don't even know. Okay, I guess... that's frustrating. Okay, I guess he's not a option. What we are going to do though is actually begin to dissolve our alliances. Okay, because I want to be able to integrate people still. Now I'm going to improve relations with the electors, as I'm concerned that we are not going to be voted for. At this stage we're not going to have any relations with the electors. We're just going to have improved relations with them. We do have a tremendous amount of Diplo reputation, which is really cool. I'm gonna... Yep. We're gonna break our alliances with him, our relations with him, and actually we'll look for someone else to add as a free city. But that's so frustrating. I don't even understand what we lost there in terms of relations. Lithuania's in the Protestant League, Russia's in the Catholic League, awesome. I think the leagues are looking fine at this stage. Of course we have our vassal France, so we're looking good at this stage. Spain is expected to join at some point, and the Ottomans as well, potentially, but hopefully we can just actually declare before they actually join. We know that Russia's going to back us up, and therefore we should be able to win it. If we're lucky, England might back us up as well. Okay, so we've got 2 slots free for our soon-to-be vassals, and that's okay. We'll be 1 over our slots. We will be 1 over. And once we integrate the knights, that will not be over at all. The Latvian separatists, that's interesting. The Ottomans have had a lot of revolts. So that was really frustrating, guys. I'm going to go ahead and call this an episode though. I hope you guys enjoyed. Basically, I'm waiting, if it's not apparent, I'm waiting for these provinces to core up. We're going to add them to the empire. I might as well add the rest of my land to the empire, I suppose. But yeah, then I'm going to actually release them as vassals. That's going to mean they are within the empire, and then we're going to feed the living hell out of them in our next war against the Ottomans once our truce comes up in 11 years. Feeding Byzantium, Serbia and Bulgaria will bring the absolute vast majority of this land here into the empire within 1 war. And we can actually, technically we can actually break our vassalage over them if we desire. And that should actually, they will be in the empire. So if we pass the second to last one, that's something we can do theoretically. And the second to last reform will actually make them our vassal once again. If you guys see what I'm saying, that's something at our disposal, as we could break our vassalage over them and actually use our diplo slots somewhere else to actually add more land to the empire, and ultimately it will become our land either way. Okay, I'm going to do my best to actually improve relations with the electors, as it's getting a little bit scary here. We're not getting that many votes. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and call this an episode. Just like last episode, we ended once again in Regency, although this time our heir is even worse, and he's got an average claim, so that's pretty upsetting, but there you go. We have managed to expand, however, looking pretty nice. Our font increases. I so desperately want to PU Russia before the end of this game. As I think second to the Ottomans, he's actually the second largest nation in the game in terms of base tax. I'm not sure if Ming exists, but there you go. Yeah, so I'm really enjoying this. I'm a little bit depressed how the last few years have gone because we're struggling. We're struggling a little bit, but overall, I still feel like we're doing really well. The empire is in a really nice shape. We have that PU over France. And this Protestant League War, I really didn't think it would happen, but I don't think that's a negative thing at all. If anything, it's going to help us actually pass these a little bit easier. But we'll see how things play out in the future. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.